All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Versus Mode League, Week 3 here. We have raysfire versus EvanBreaksGames. I am Philly Doe on the comms, joined by Catherine of Sky. Hello, hello.
Howdy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, super excited. First match of the day, always exciting.
I know, it seems really thrilling. We just had this really great Celeste match, and now we're off to Super Mario Maker 2 as our players get ready. This is really, really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It's first match of the day. It's always exciting. Everyone's, as I see all the familiar faces joining us in chat here, hello to everyone. And thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Yeah, we really appreciate you being here. I'm so glad that this is becoming more popular as a format, as a league. It's so cool to see the Mario Maker community coming together and watching the players co-op against each other.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got, so as the players head off here, it's multiplayer versus, as you'll see, they're both in the same lobby here. So they'll be playing against each other. It's 13 levels. Whoever wins the most out of those 13 levels will be victorious in the match. There's always an aspect of really the sort of the PvP aspect when it's the multiplayer versus, because of course the players being in the same lobby are actively sort of campaigning against each other to try and, whether it's throw them off a ledge or anything like that. It's always fun.
Oh yes, and they can be quite naughty and like pushing each other off or throwing shells at each other, really getting into the PvP aspects. It looks like raysfire is in the lead at the moment, just kind of, you know, curling up and ducking to try to get under these really tight tunnels.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's interesting. Maybe wishing they actually didn't take the mushroom.
Yeah, indeed. Oh my goodness. Wow. The level creators certainly had ideas about what they wanted our players to suffer. Oh no! EvanBreaksGames just got close to that thing, but it left before he could hop on that moving block there. And raysfire gets that checkpoint. Very important there.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to have to go through all that first section again. I mean, it's not particularly difficult, but it's time-consuming.
Oh yes. Oh.
Both at the checkpoint.
Yep. Okay, raysfire narrowly misses getting squished there, but is at the flag. raysfire takes the first point.
Yeah, pretty close one there, actually. Not a long section to go after that checkpoint, and that's the end of that level.
I like the animations after the level. You know, the loser looks like, oh, I'm suffering. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's they really do Nintendo doing their best to make sure everyone's clear on who won, who lost.
Absolutely. But now they're all happy and ready to go again. All right. Oh my goodness.
Clear condition on this level means we won't have a checkpoint, and the clear condition is to defeat all 3 pom-poms. So immediately seeing a bunch of power-ups here, so we'll see if this is a big spam all at once. I'm already seeing the cat bonsai bills.
Oh my gosh, just falling from the sky. Oh, and there's coins, money raining down. Oh, looks like raysfire's found a pipe to get to the next section of the level. One of these sort of, let's tour the background ones.
Yeah, you know, you can get, and so, okay, as we see here, so the first area is they'll be needing to get the key to move on through this section.
Yep, going after those pom-poms, trying to decide which one is the real one, so they can defeat her, and not trying to jump on the shadows too much. But Evan gets through the pipe first, and oh my goodness, is confronted by 2 Meowsers. Well, thankfully they're in a cage, but even more dangerous is that Koopa in his car, I think. Oh no! Oh my goodness. Oh,
that's
gosh.
Unfortunate there.
Yeah, no, raysfire has to start all the way back at the beginning again, and EvanBreaksGames has the clear condition, just working to get up these platforms, dodging those Meowsers like a pro. Wow, hopefully he can find an exit and get to that flag.
Yeah, at least the good part for Ray, of course, is that not needing to fight those enemies again. They've been cleared out and the key door has been unlocked, so can just run through, but may not be much left in this level, and it looks like Evan has found the flag, so tied up 1-1.
Nice work.
Nice job to both runners. Some of those enemies can really get you when you least expect it, that's for sure. And chat sounds very cruel. They wanted both Meowsers to have a key. I think Meowser is probably one of the most annoying enemies to fight in Super Mario Maker. What do you think?
Yeah, it's never fun, and I believe those ones were flying as well, which just makes it even less fun.
But it can make for some exciting moments, that's for sure. And I've seen many PvP battles where the players are just racing to get the power-ups, and then they lose the power-ups as the Meowser scratches at them and roars and throws the fireballs everywhere. So it can be quite fun to watch, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things that, with PvP enabled, it makes it even more interesting when there's those boss battles, because those levels are already, I mean, there's a lot of them in this game, but when you throw in the player versus player mechanic, it can really, I mean, it's entertaining to watch. I'm sure for the players, it sometimes can be not quite as fun, but it's sure fun to see.
It is indeed. I'm kind of really glad they added Meowser as a variation to the regular Bowser and the cat suit as well. That was really a cute thing to come into Super Mario Maker 2 because I think it just adds to the variety, even though a lot of the players kind of meow about it,
Yeah,
as I like to say.
Yeah, I mean, the games themselves, I mean, of course, 3D World, and New Soup, I mean, the games were a lot of fun to play, of course. I mean, we've got, of course, all the classic styles in this game as well, but it is fun seeing sort of those different mechanics from game style to game style.
Yeah, indeed. I'm kind of wondering what other game styles Nintendo will add. Of course, we had Link added around December, and that was such a boon for the game as well, I believe. So many people really enjoyed those mechanics. Oh my goodness, and EvanBreaksGames takes the flag. Wow. All right, so it is now 2-1 in favor of EvanBreaksGames.
Yeah, and level... a lot of bouncing going on, that's for sure, and that can definitely, with the rising poison there, it definitely can throw players off for a while, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looked really tricky where he was having to go from claw to claw, and they had the bouncers underneath, and he had to really carefully time his jumps, and it seemed like a really slow level in the end there, but he was very patient with it and just took the flag.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's interesting to watch the players whenever, because for platforming, even precision platforming, that's right up these players' alley. They're very used to it. I find it interesting when there are variables, and I'm sure they don't appreciate it as much, but when there are variables that sort of introduce a, loss of control of momentum, something like those bouncers where, as a player, it's unfortunate because, you spend so much time sort of perfecting your movement, and, it sort of gets taken away from you a little bit there, but I think it's interesting to see them adapt to it.
And EvanBreaksGames takes the next goal as well. It was a coin collection level where they had to dodge the fireballs and the spikes and the things and all the stuffs. And they left very strategically the last coin right on the axe, and Evan took that one for the win on that one. So it's now 3-1 in Evan's favor.
Yeah, both these players so skilled, but I've seen Evan play quite a few times lately, and it's been just so impressive lately.
I think it's those sparkly star pants he has on his avatar there. They
Yeah, that
might be giving him extra luck. Who knows?
Yeah, an intimidation factor, perhaps.
Perhaps, indeed. Oh, and here they're already picking each other up and throwing. Oh, no! And raysfire goes down on the thwomp. Gosh, that's got to be so frustrating.
Yes, absolutely. You lose control and get thrown in, and not much you can do.
Indeed. Oh, EvanBreaksGames is ahead for now, and trying to navigate all of this stuff. It's nice though to see these multiplayer levels that, for example, in that thwomp area where the thwomps were leaving areas in between where the next player can actually jump, because some of the multiplayer levels don't actually leave those conditions and players can't get through it. And so the person in the lead will always be in the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if, they find a checkpoint or something like that and can just keep going.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, and we have an interesting section for Evan here at the very end. Ah, he's got a little bonsai bill, hopefully to be able to jump on. Maybe? Oh, okay. He's finding some Kaizo blocks. Maybe we'll help him get across. Hopefully there's nothing there. There it goes. Okay. He took the goal, so it is 4-1 in favor of Evan. I was so afraid there was going to be another Kaizo block right at the end and just like put him into the pit. But the level creator wasn't quite that cruel.
Yes, yeah, and I was worried about that as well. I saw, well, there's the first layer. I hope there's not a second one, but there was not, and so Evan will pick up another point, 4-1. They're both rocking the same shirt there. I just noticed on their avatars, so they're matching today.
Poison Escort 2 out of cheese? No, that's an emergency. Help! We can't be out of cheese.
Well, it could be quite interesting here. It appears could be a race against the mushroom, and we'll see what dangers await the players here as they'll kick this one off.
Yeah, if you've never seen Super Mario Maker 2's mushrooms, those poison mushrooms are very dangerous. Just one touch, and you are kind of dead. Well, it does reduce the power-up, but at their small level, they would be instantly killed. So it looks like the level creator wants them to kind of navigate various obstacles here in racing that mushroom to the end.
Yeah, and Evan had picked up the power-up, just lost it there, but finds another one. And an interesting note I always find about the poison mushroom levels, is it just me, or does every regular mushroom in the level, they're always bouncing mushrooms? That always seems to be...
I think it's the nighttime thing that the power-ups actually go away from you in nighttime levels, I believe. So, like, if you have a star, it will go away. Mushrooms also. I think fire flowers probably sit still, but everything else leaps away from you. It's just a feature of nighttime levels, apparently.
Yeah,
oh, they're in the same space. Oh my goodness. Sorry?
The desert wind as well is always interesting.
Oh, yes, that is a really fun mechanic. No! Oh, no, Racefire got trapped, soft-locked in that little tiny cage up there with a conveyor belt and some one-ways and can't get out. So EvanBreaksGames is trying to figure out how he can get to the goal. It's not as easy as it first seemed.
Yeah, for sure, and needing to bring the poison mushroom there all the way to the end.
Ah, I wonder if they already lost it because they... I think Evan was in the lead, but he did not hit all 3 of those Kaizo blocks. He only hit 1 in the center of that area of 3, and maybe he lost it there. I'm wondering if that's the situation. I think Racefire is going to come in that area very shortly, but I think they might have lost that mushroom. And if it's required, they may not be able to finish the level.
I believe there is one at the start when they respawn. I believe I did see one there, so that it might be replenished there, but I'm not entirely sure.
Let's see where this is going. Oh, there's that other gap where that mushroom might have disappeared. My goodness. Oh no. Racefire is now trapped under there. Nope. No, he's back now. But it seems like neither player is doing much movement here. I wonder if they're gonna elect to restart the level or try to keep on searching.
Yeah, the title did say out of cheese, but sometimes that does mean that there can be some hidden, maybe there's as I see in chat here, John Wayne of course saying is maybe there's a dev P switch, so that would make things easier.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, there is one actually, and as it bounces out of that note block.
Nice. Okay, but if they go up those one ways, they can't get back down to go to the goal. So, oh no! Racefire says help! No! Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're both yelling, help us, please. Oh man. So, yep. Gotta go get that mushroom. Maybe they're keyed in on this. Okay, yep, raysfire is taking on that Kaizo block. I wonder if they've noticed if there is another mushroom at the start, if they're gonna try to escort it again, or... Yeah, let's see what they do.
Yeah, a player could hit the P switch, but they'd be stuck up there, so not really the wisest choice.
Yeah, indeed, the other player would win instantly, which would not be ideal. Oh, and it looks like it disappeared. Unless they hit it with the POW block. But if they did, they would have gone through. Oh, no! Oh, wow! What a turnabout! That was so sneaky! EvanBreaksGames threw raysfire up there and managed to get the P-switch from his opponent, hitting that note block, and he takes the goal. Wow, what a match! Gee.
Yeah, great play by Evan there. That was great. And of course, the note block getting hit by above, of course, drops the P switch down. And wow, what?
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. Wow, 5-1 now in Evan's favor. Let's see what the next round holds for us. This is getting kind of exciting here.
Yeah, and I see they're just discussing it in chat here. But yeah, the P switch, the one that they saw bouncing sort of above there, that got off screen because they both, went off of the screen for where it was would be spawned in, and so it despawned and was back in the block.
Okay. Looks like EvanBreaksGames found that catsuit early, and he is leaping into the abyss. Wow. He has to start over. Hopefully raysfire. Yep. Chooses to use the pipe this time. And sees a forest of Goombas here. Traveling through this clear pipe and onto some ice. This is like a little adventure level, I think. Of either that or it's a Skip Squeak Ballet. Not quite sure. Maybe.
Yeah, earlier though did lose the catsuit, so no longer has clear condition, but finds another one there.
Ah, very nice, but in a very tight spot here. It's going to be difficult to get out of, I think. Hopefully he can grab that right-hand ledge and climb up there with the catsuit. There he goes. All right, and Evan is finding a lower area where he can go through. Seems to be an exit for now, which is looking great. Oh, and using those dash blocks to his advantage, finding another pipe to get back to the overworld.
Yeah, the longer you're not stuck down there, that's progressing. So.
Oh yes, I think that's always the goal. People are looking for, either run right or get out of the overworld as soon as possible.
Yeah, we got a fight here against Boom Boom, so presumably that will have a key there for the key block. Indeed, it does.
Yes, indeed. I know a lot of players doing versus lament having those boss battles because they're like, oh no, I'm so far ahead. This allows people to catch up. No. But as we see, Evan is still in the lead and taking the goal right there. Evan unable to catch up, had an unfortunate death there, but there's still plenty more games to go.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got but a great lead for Evan, so be feeling good about that, I'm sure.
Now, just to reiterate, we are not looking for a best of 13 per se. We are going to play all 13 games and see how many points each player can get, because every point matters in the standings.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So, of course, if you cross that threshold, if you get the 7, that would be, 7, that's more than half, but they do play all 13 regardless.
Oh my. Oh my. Look at this interesting setup here. That's just crazy. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Evan noticing a red coin. They're picking it up so he can get some more in the level. We don't know if they're required. Yes, they appear to be required. At least there's a key door down there right by the goal. Wow, Evan ducking, and raysfire takes the bullet. No.
Yeah, great play there. Waits for a moment and it pays off.
Yeah, very strategic playing at the moment. Oh my goodness, Evan just dodging those bullets like crazy. doing really well with these. They're just coming from every direction here. And he gets the key, of course, and takes the tape at the very end. 7-1 in favor of EvanBreaksGames.
Yeah, Ray picked up the first course, but Evan has been on a tear since then.
He's basking in the confetti with his avatar there. But on to the next match we're going. Hopefully, raysfire can catch up with this match. Maybe it'll be a turning point. Let's see.
Yeah, even if you don't get the win, if you're able to get at least a few courses under your belt, you can still help yourself out in the standings somewhat. That's for sure.
Oh, look at this. We have a water level. I think probably the most... Is it the most dreaded, do you think? Or is, like, sandstorms, are they worse? Or upside down? I'm not sure. What do you think, chat? What is your least favorite environment to play in?
All right, well, I'll tell you this. Water levels with those bumpers, that's the worst.
Water levels with bumpers. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's true. Someone is saying underwater in the dark is also, that's true. That is worse.
Oh, I forgot about dark levels. They are so, I watch more than I play, I have to admit. And in the dark levels, I don't actually like watching those played. I find them so frustrating. And for players, it must be even worse to not know where you're going and a lot of blind jumps and stuff. So it can be very frustrating. Oh, all right. And Evan takes the lead in this one as well. And raysfire just sinks to the depths. Oh, yeah. But hopefully the next level will work out better for him. Evan swimming into that castle and on to the next match.
I have to admit the red coin levels when you're playing versus are not fun. If you're just on your own, they can be not too bad, if they're a reasonable level. But, in versus, like, if you're not in the lead or if somebody, you don't want to be, unless you're ahead, when you pick up that last coin, you get the key. But if you're near someone else, if they can take that key away from you and win the level pretty easily.
Oh, yes. It's kind of funny because I've seen a lot of versus matches and many players strategically grab those coins. Sometimes they completely go past them, intending to save them for later, and they know where they've left one to get that key. But yeah, it can be easily stolen just by jumping on their head or hitting the player with the builder suit hammer. So it can be kind of a game of just who can jump on whose head first.
Indeed. So this is an interesting one here so far. No need for those players there to grab the bonus coins. They're not looking for one-ups or anything like that. All they're concerned about is finding the gold tape at the end here.
Yeah, they both have link suits, using them skillfully. Oh no, Evan lost his due to the spike there. And Spike provided a service though, and killed those brick blocks so that they could both get through.
Yeah, some great dodges by Evan there, and neither of them now with the power-ups. So.
Oh, and they're so close, and they both get killed at the same time. This is going to be a real race to see who can get to the end first. And now they're just blocking each other, waiting for that power-up, the link suit. Let's see who can get to the end first. This is quite the race.
Yeah, and interestingly, Ray with the power-up there, but it is not a... unless there's some sort of obstacle in front of the flag, but it is not a clear condition.
Yeah, true. It does give them more survivability, and we'll see how important that is. Oh no, and raysfire going down to the same obstacle, those spike balls coming down the hill. The goal was right there. Evan takes the win. Wow, that was quite a match. 9-1 now in favor of Evan.
Yeah, we'll have 3 more courses here. We'll see if Ray can pick up a few here towards the end.
Yeah, hopefully he can get some points and fare better in the standings. And do you know what the criteria is for is it just a random choice? I guess it is in the Mario Maker selector thing.
Yeah, it's the levels with of course, the multiplayer versus tag. Unlike with the endless expert league, it's where it's it's sort of a curated playlist. With this one, it's it's multiplayer versus tags. There may be a few additional things that they put into the lobby, but that is the main constraint.
Okay. Wow, this is one of these random everything spam levels, looks like it. And I don't know if they can actually, they're going to start over, I think, maybe. To get that bullet bill back. I think they needed it to jump on that block so far away, unless they can jump off each other's heads. Oh, and there goes the block. All right.
Yeah, that can make things challenging here.
Okay, they both agreed to start over, so hopefully one of them can succeed here. Okay, who can get there first? Okay, we are going with EvanBreaksGames. He is trying again, and oh my goodness, can't make it again. I think he probably needs to get on the upper level of bullet bills somehow on that second screen.
Yeah, I would imagine so. That would be... Got to find a way to increase the height somehow.
Yeah, he is just not getting enough height for that jump onto all those massive amount of note blocks right by the goal there. He has to get over those in order to get through. Or at least I think he does. He can't get through the actual note blocks by ducking in a certain way. Oh, but he's trying to go over the top, and that... No! He got killed by a muncher! Oh, no!
Well, right at the end, so close. I thought it grabbed the flag there, but that's really...
I thought so too. That was so rough. Wow. Well, at least we're restarting, and each player is getting a chance. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I have to wait for that bullet to come back every time as well.
Yep. Yeah, they're having to... Oh, wait. Are they starting over? Oh, they're starting over. Okay, I almost thought raysfire put to give up, but maybe he didn't choose the selection. So they are starting over again, and the bullet bill is ready and waiting. Hopefully can leap them on to the victory. Okay, EvanBreaksGames having another go and landing on the flag at the last second there. Munchers not having anything to eat that time. So it's 10-1 in favor of EvanBreaksGames.
Yeah, 10 in a row. That's really impressive. It was close at the start. Ray took the first one, and Evan said, "All right, one is enough so far," and has taken 10 straight.
Wow. All right, we have 2 games left. So we'll see. Hopefully raysfire can get a couple more points here. Okay, World 8 Bowser Final Boss Part 2. Sounds very dramatic. I always wonder what kind of lore the creators make when they do their levels. Oh wow, Bowser on a track. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's actually not something you see very often, maybe thankfully, but...
Indeed. They seem to be outracing him quite easily. Let's see, EvanBreaksGames has a power-up. raysfire doesn't. I'm wondering, he might need to be waiting for those fireballs to get through those blocks at the end there. There they go. They have nowhere to go. Or do they? Oh, no. EvanBreaksGames did survive that, and he's on to the next area. And finds a propeller hat, which hopefully will serve him well here. See where he's going to get to go with this.
Yeah, Ray, of course, be able to catch up and of course, get through the broken section there. Bowser's still on the track just above him.
Oh, boy. That's a dangerous situation. Hopefully he can find that propeller hat quickly. No, it doesn't look like he's going to get up to that area. But he's going to do some wall jumps here instead. And get, hopefully, to that pipe there. Nice. He's into... I think he's in the same screen now as Evan.
Yeah,
nice.
both with the checkpoint now, so...
Oh, raysfire just using that damage boost to get through the Bowser. And now they're in the same section. And raysfire will have the advantage here, being small Mario. Whereas Evan has to smush himself to get through, kind of crouch down. raysfire's, I'm guessing he's looking for that power-up, but he doesn't know it was, 1 or 2 screens back. Lots of Bowsers in this level, all over the place. My goodness.
Ray
Oh, and
taking
we
a
see the
second there to
goal.
make the wall bigger, but we'll see if Evan can get through here.
Yep, and he takes the axe. Another one for EvanBreaksGames. It's 11 in a row. So that makes it 11-1 in favor of Evan.
Yeah, final one coming up here, and it's I mean, a lot of the rounds themselves have actually been quite close. I mean, we saw that on that one there, Ray was not far behind, just a few more jumps, really. They've been close, but certainly Evan has been able to just eke it out on a lot of these levels.
And that's the way it is a lot of times in multiplayer versus. Sometimes it's just like a couple of pixels here and there, or a throw, or just hitting the last, hitbox pixel of an enemy that actually kind of gets the win for a person or the loss. Because each of these players is so talented and so good at the game. You can see just the way they're using the movement and the tech skills that they're just really great players.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we've got red coins that need to be found.
Our favorite thing on a tour of those lava bubbles there. All right, we're taking our cat suits, and we found a locked door. That's so it looks like there's a lot of. Oh wow, I spotted some red coins underneath one of those platforms. Maybe they're saving that for later, or they didn't see it possibly. Let's see where they go with stuff. Oh, and there's one under there. Oh no! And raysfire takes a death trying to leap for that red coin under the platform. But they're going to have a lot of work to do to find all of them if they didn't see that one near the beginning. Oh, and EvanBreaksGames is, he takes the death actually just trying to get that coin for the total. Oh, looks like raysfire spotted that red coin under the platform. He's just waiting for the lava to go down to go and grab it. Oh no! And he's going back for catsuit. Wow, there's so much enemy spam there. It's just crazy.
Go back one more time.
Yep. Okay. And they found a block with the power up right above that area. Can they keep the catsuit? Oh no! EvanBreaksGames takes the key. And he is off to the door. He grabs a catsuit. I think he's looking for the door now.
Yeah, they saw where it was earlier here, so just wanting that catsuit for sort of insurance purposes. I believe you can still get up to it without this.
Oh boy, but they're going to have a hard time. But Evan takes the win, grabbing that flagpole, but they both managed to get it, which is kind of a nice bro move there. Dancing together at the end.
Yeah, so 12 after Ray taking the first one. 12 straight for Evan there, so it's 12-1 is the final score of this game.
All right, and that was our match.
Yeah, for sure. Evan is going to hop in for an interview potentially, but if not, entertaining one to watch, that's for sure. I mean, a lot of those were closer than they perhaps. And looks like Evan's going to hop in here for an interview here, so we'll just bring him in.
Hey, Evan, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
That was an absolutely incredible run, I have to say. How did you feel about it?
Crazy. I did not expect a 12-1. Like, Raze is a really good player, but some of the levels were a little weird. Mostly got good levels, but some of the moves were kind of the one time where I threw him onto the no block and the piece fell out was pretty crazy.
That was so rough.
Yeah,
really funny.
Yeah, it's certainly a good moment. I mean, you gave up the first round there and got 12 straight. I mean, what a run there. I mean, a lot of the levels, as you said, were pretty good, but really an impressive display. How did you feel about that last level there with all the catsuit chaos?
A lot of lava, a little too much, but
yeah.
I got lucky that Raze died right before I got the last pink coin, so I was able to just run right to the key door.
Yeah, and a good thing there was an unlimited supply of catsuits in the level.
It would have been super expert if there weren't.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
A great performance there, and good luck in your next matches.
Thank you. GG's to Rays again.
All right. Well, thank you so very much for your time. And I guess we will get prepared for the next match. And
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll get things going here. And I'd just like to take a moment here to remind everyone we do have Pace coming up. It should be hopping up on your screen. That's a convention and a lot of tournaments and things going on with that for GSA, of course, Global Speedrun Association. We have a Super Mario Maker 2, a versus tournament with a quite a significant prize pool, and you can sign up with the link that's on your screen right now. That's going to be towards the end of May, and that's in Maryland. So, and of course, best part is free Wi-Fi. So that's, I think you should show up for that at the very least. If you can make it, it's going to be great. I'm going to try and get down there as well. And yes, and free parking as well. I mean, what more could you possibly need? So if you can, sign up for that. The link's on the screen, and we'll hope to see you there.
They are synced. They are synced now. Do whatever. In the lead again.
Wow. Side for sure from Cheese. Okay, doing it, moving. Oh no, the Cheese ball! Cheese